One spot left for tomorrow night's All-Cup Championship final. It will belong to either the Toronto Monarchs or the defending champs, the Whitby Steelhawks. That's what's on the line tonight as we get set for semifinal number 2. Hello again. We're at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Lance Wynn and JBI Productions back again. Thanks for joining us. And when this one is all said and done, the All-East Championship matchup will be set. The Brampton Express await starting goalies for the visiting Monarchs. Wearing their gold, it'll be Joel Watson. And at the other end, Lucas Coote, tops in the league, gets the call for the defending champion Steelhawks. Officials for tonight's second semifinal. Simon D'Souza is the crew chief. He's working with Mac Daddy Abbott and rapping, lip-flapping Roger Nurse. Three of the best head coaches, both in their rookie seasons for Toronto. Nick Krepensek. His assistants are Spencer Janes and Ryan Kelly. And for Whitby, it's Ryan Degerden at the helm. His assistant is Brad Reed. And as we get set to go here, a thriller at the ILA saw the Brampton Express win that one. They've advanced to tomorrow's final. Here, opening possession belongs to Patrick Thompson, back in the lineup for the Toronto Monarchs, and their high-powered offense will go to work. Ty Jesso out there. Keep an eye on the big three. Tanner Buck, of course, one of them. Parker Pfeiffer, and, of course, the dancer, Jordan Dance. First shot of the game, Lucas Coote. Rebound picked up. Riley Ford makes his presence felt early on, his first of the game, and the Monarchs strike first. It's a 1-0 lead. So a good job right off the bat, Toronto putting on the pressure. And when I had a chance to speak to both coaches, of course, Toronto and Nick Krepensek talked about slowing down the transition of the Whitby Steelhawks, one of the best in the league, of course, and then the importance of staying disciplined. 5-on-5, they feel very confident, but if you give Whitby a lot of power play opportunities, then they'll get deep in the hole. Back at it again on offense, Jordan Dance and the Monarchs. They'll work it to Pfeiffer. Fife Dog will swing around. Of course, the Pfeiffer brothers going head-to-head again. Devin and Parker. That quick shot, Coote on his knees, made to save. Jesso the rebound, fresh 20. Cody Menzies, he's out there. He'll work it up top, swing it around. Buck down to Dance. 10 on the shot clock. Jesso will fake that. Got to move in now. Dance, look to duck in. Couldn't hold the shovel, gets a shot off. Good save, Coote. Ball loose, and Crowley will pick it up, but he'll get double teamed, and a good job to keep his feet moving and work it over the timeline. Adam Perrone, he'll peel out. Keep an eye on him, of course, transition specialist. And here's the other Fife dog, Devin Pfeiffer. One of the statistical leaders in the Arenalacrosseleague sends it over. First shot of the game for the Steelhawks, stopped by Joel Watson. And in the lineup, Brady Kiernan. Keep an eye on him, of course. Back in the lineup, number 91, Jordan McKenna for Toronto. So they were missing McKenna and Thompson in the quarterfinals, that they managed to come away with a W there. A big game, 14-13 over the Paris Riverwolves, as Cody Innes tries to weave through, but the Whitby defense closed that up. Talked to Whitby coaching staff, of course, Ryan Degerden and Brad Reed, and they talked about limiting the power play opportunities for Toronto. Their power play has been lethal all season, and being very physical on defense. They want to make sure they keep a body on Dance, Buck, and Pfeiffer. 5-hole! So just like that, a big shot there, and it's Liam Aston who will pick up his first of the game and tie this 1-1. So when you take a look at the scoring, it's clear that the big three for Toronto, of course, Parker Pfeiffer, the winner of the scoring title, 103 points. Tanner Buck won the goals with 40. So those two up, and you throw Jordan Dance in there, and to no one's surprise, you got the big three. They're clearly the scoring threat for the Monarchs. The Steelhawks, a different story. They get a whole lot of contributions from a whole lot of guys. So Toronto will get possession here, go back to work on offense, and a little too much was Mason Kaminga. And now here come the Steelhawks with Matt Boissonneau. Cole Hanrahan out there on the right side. He'll filter out, and they'll work it out there as Hanrahan skips it across, looking to Orpana. Owen Orpana His shot right on. Watson didn't know where it was. Patrick Thompson did. And now it's moved up to Dilks. Jamison Dilks, the veteran, waits, has Buck in the rush. Buck's underhand right on. Scooped up. Good job by Crawley. He's going to move it up, and it's Peroni. 2-on-1 now. Dump over, and a little late on that pass. McKenna did a good job to get back and put a wrench in plans, and now Toronto will counter the other way. McKenna, high stepping it, has Pfeiffer with him. McKenna's shot knocked down, never found its way through. Whitby's going to turn it around in transition. On the move. Big Morgan on the run, leans in, up, down. What a save by Watson. Thought he had him on his knees, but a great job to shrug the shoulders and keep it out. Nathan Ethier now. He'll work it up one time to Harlan. Chris Harlan will flip, give way now to Dance. Just underway here. Opening quarter, semifinal number 2. Brampton Express await the winner of this in tomorrow's All-Cup final. Screen and roll. Ford try to shovel. Coote right there. He's going to look for an outlet and has one in Hyland. On the money. Hyland's bouncer wide of the mark. That's going to go up and out of play. And possession will say we got a penalty. Could be our first of the game. Too many on the floor, says crew chief Simon D'Souza. And we will await finalizing of that call. But looks like it's going to be the Whitby Steelhawks that are going to go to their first power play of this game. 2 for 4 in their quarterfinal win, 17-12 over the Ohsweken Bears, who fought a good fight. They gave up a short-handed goal, but they managed to pocket 2 shorties of their own. So out there, Ashton, Osborne, Pfeiffer at the top. That's the right side, and they'll work it back. Ashton, that shot destined for the top corner, save. Rebound, Kuminga gets roughed up and taken away. Ball loose, Kuminga trying to knock it up. Count still going, and Keenan does a great job to send them backwards. That's 8 seconds, and almost close to a delay of game. We'll give it back to the Steelhawks with 1:35 in the power play. On that left side, of course, Brady Kieran, keep an eye on him. Great hands and another threat. Interchange. Pfeiffer, let that go, and that one was knocked down by McKenna, and certainly that save made by accident, not on purpose. Dug out by Liam Osborne. He'll swing it across. Kick it back. Keenan ducks in. Bouncer stopped by Watson and lays there. Tried to poke it, and Kuminga now is going to bounce that up, and Pfeiffer's going to work it up into the offensive end. So Parker and Devon going head-to-head again. Last year they did, and it was Devon that came away with it. This time, good defense, and the Steelhawks forced a turnover. They'll move it into the timeline now. 40 seconds left in a man advantage. Pfeiffer's going to wait for the rest of the offense to fill out. Orpana's going to take place down on that left crease. Pfeiffer will remain at the top. Pfeiffer goes to the underhand. That 5-hole covered up by the basket of Watson. And now Aaron Funky Walker, Dirty Talker. Good pass. Fife Dog weaving through 2, but great collapsing defense by the Steelhawks. Close that up. 10 seconds left in the penalty. We're at the 9-minute mark here, opening quarter. Ford. Quick shot. Riley Ford finds the far corner. So Riley Ford on fire early. Responsible for both goals for the Monarchs. They lead this one 2-1. So with 4 seconds left in the power play, the Steelhawks give up a shorthanded goal. I'd say that's uncharacteristic, but again, they gave up one against Ohsweken last week. It's okay to give up one if you're going to get 2 off the draw. Matty Boissonneau battling for it. Tyler Goodchild in, penalty over. Ben Heidecker has it, but he's pinned up on the boards. And that's going to be possession going the other way to Whitby. So penalty over now. Team's back to full strength. They'll work it over. Pfeiffer, one-on-one on the right side. Looking for a screen. Ducks in, kicks it out. Orpana swings that across. Osborne. Osborne gets a step. Osborne ducks in. Osborne, good shot, stop. Pfeiffer will pull that back out. They'll work a fresh 20. Steelhawks with one of the most consistent and well-balanced offensive attacks in the league. Osborne going to try to track that down. Good job by Ethier, and it'll end up in the stick of Dilks. He'll tiptoe over that timeline, and the Monarchs offense will head back out there as we hit the 8-minute mark. Dance. Looking for the spin move. Runs into a check, gets bumped back out, swings it across. Cody Innes. Him and Dance work it. Fife Dog gets it. Innes, quick shot. Great save, Lucas Coote. And ball loose, and Pfeiffer may have gotten away with that. It's DeBrone now on the run. A weak shot almost slithered its way through, but Watson closed up the wickets. And now Lemmy will look to advance it over the timeline, works it to Ford. 2-1 game. Monarchs leading here. Under 7.5 to go. Buck shot right on. Coote now will look for an outlet, finds one now in Weller. Weller's going to work it over the timeline. And look to work Jennings. Instead pulls it out, give way to Hanrahan. He'll wait for the rest of the offense now as McKenna filters out to that left side. Orpana late, takes that pass with 10 on the shot clock. Orpana, dump in, looking for Hanrahan, couldn't connect. Picked up 5 on the shot clock. Ashton down low, on the curl, backhand try, blocked. So a good idea by Brady Kiernan, but wasn't able to execute, and with 6:48, that will take us to our first officials timeout. Set to go after our officials timeout. Parker Pfeiffer's going to inbounds. Keegan Crowley going to be on him. And you can bet part of that Whitby game plan, stick on those 3 snipers real tight. So Harlan now will be on Pfeiffer. They'll work it down to Innes. Innes. Kick it back up. Dance. 10 on the shot clock. Ducks back in. Dance. Trying to get a shot off. Great defense there. Ties him up. In tight backhand try. And great save there by Coote and Simon D'Souza. And out of the pack come the Steelhawks. Jordan Sturls. He'll pull out. Has it knocked down by Jennings. Good job. Jennings has it now. Forces the turnover. Here come the Monarchs. 3-on-2. Jennings, top, Dilks. Shot, and too much bounce on that ounce. That went out of play, and possession will go the other way. So a good transition opportunity created by the Monarchs. Just weren't able to finish. That one's knocked down by Harlan. And Hanrahan scoops that up with the quick hands. Handyman doing his thing. He'll set things up now. Osborne leaning in. Punch it back out, swinging around left side. On the curl. Dump in and picked up. And twister attempt on the dive, but nothing doing there for Kierman. And now Thompson will move it up to Walker. 5.5 to go here, opening quarter. Semifinal number 2 here on semifinal Saturday. Arenalacrosseleague. Just 3 teams left. Kick out. Dance. Lets that go. It gets knocked down. Loose in the dotted half circle. Good job on the box out. Steelhawks roll it ahead. And it's Goodchild that'll pick it up. Good heads-up play there. And a more cohesive unit you won't find than the top seeds in the Steelhawks. Pfeiffer spins off one. Ashton on the roll. Kick back out. Keenan swings it around. Looking to send it back to the right side with 8 on the shot clock. Ashton bounces off one. Look to get it to Pfeiffer, and Kaminga got a piece. 2 on the shot clock. That one right on and scooped up. And the Monarchs now with a good defensive stand will move it up over the timeline. Both teams playing solid defense here. A couple of the 2 best offenses in the league. Throw the Express in there, and you got 3. Buck has some room. Buck lets it go. Steered aside, Coote. Rebound. Monarchs kick back out. 20 more to work with. Buck looking for the screen. Has it popped out. Picked up, and a good job on the recovery as Jennings there to back him up. Innes trying to duck in. Shovel back. That was a whole lot of traffic in there. Not sure that was the best decision. Cody Hamley on that. Gives way to Osborne. Osborne duck in. Tell you, Osborne doesn't like it if there's no contact involved. Sends it Hanrahan. Waits for the screen. Hanrahan has room. Goes to the overhand. Good save, Watson. Rebound, Osborne. Another. That one rung off the pipe. So that'll be a fresh 20. Delayed penalty coming to the Monarchs. So they got the net empty extra attacker out there. Pfeiffer comes out. They overload that right side. Swing it back out. Kiernan. Pfeiffer down low. Orpana ducking. Bouncer right on. And that will send the Steelhawks to their second power play this game. And they'll be looking to try to do better than the first attempt when they gave up a shorthanded goal. So this game shaping up to roll exactly the way we expected it to. Evenly matched teams. They met twice this season, and it was the Steelhawks coming away with a 16-8 win and then a 19-18 thriller. So once again, so Ashton and Osborne out there. Pfeiffer again is the floor general as they'll go into it now with 15 on the shot clock. Swing around. Keenan, Pfeiffer, looking, Ashton, no look. Right back, duck in, kick, swing, short side, nothing. Reset 20, no call. That one right on Watson. Closed the wickets up just enough to make the save. Now he needs some help. That bouncer, a tough one, and Buck went down as Boissonneau. You can argue that all you want, too much contact. We'll give possession now to Toronto. So they'll be able to burn some valuable seconds here. Minute 20 and a man short. Buck's going to keep it way out. A whole lot going on in there. Pfeiffer getting worked over as big man and Robert Morgan all over him. 3 on the shot clock. That one danced. That one was dangerous right on. Coote had to make the save there. And one pass to Boissonneau over the timeline. So just under a minute left in the power play. Inching towards the 2-minute warning here, quarter number 1. 2-1 lead for the Monarchs. Of course, playing out of their home building, but the visiting team, as they are the lower seed, stepping in, walking in, and picking the corner. So making it look easy, Brady Kierman picks up his first power play goal of the game for the Steelhawks. We're tied at 2. So not sure what happened. A bit of a breakdown on that left side of the box for the Monarchs, and that allowed Kierman to just waltz right in. He was even able to throw a couple of fakes before parking that on the short side on Watson. And that'll be a violation. Possession to Toronto. Ben Heidecker's done a great job in that faceoff circle for Toronto. Be interesting to see now how well Patrick Thompson fits into the mix. Back at it again here. Innes puts on the brakes, changes direction. Pfeiffer. And that's going to be a legal cross-check. So delayed penalty come in and Coote makes a save. So the Monarchs will get their first power play opportunity, and it comes with minute 37 to go. Looks like Eddie Farid, the guilty party. Or my mistake, it's going to be Nate Woods. So the Monarchs were 3 for 5 with a man advantage in their quarterfinal win. Of course, that 1-goal game over Paris gave up 1 shorthanded goal. That shot from Dance, blocked. Pfeiffer at the top, works it. Kick over, quick stick, great save, Coote. As Buck got a good one off there. And now Steelhawks going to have to work one pass, get over the timeline. Kiernan looking to attack. He pulls out. And a good job by Pfeiffer to keep that in front of him. Minute and a half to go in the power play. And we are headed into the final minute, quarter number 1. Pfeiffer. He'll roll off. He's in no hurry, just waits for the shot clock to wind down, and Toronto now will leave it. So probably best to roll that one in the corner, not take a shot wide, as Toronto doesn't have to work hard to get it over the timeline now. And it's Buck. So Buck, Dance, Pfeiffer, Innes out there as well. And they'll work it around. Down low, Innes, great save again, Coote. That's why he's top goaltender in the league. And a good pass on the outlet. Easy over the timeline, Sturros. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Hanrahan. He'll keep it out wide. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Skips it, Orpana. Cutter. Hanrahan just on the backside. Picked up by Boissonneau with 5 on the shot clock. Boissonneau puts on the brakes. Takes a shot right on, and that was in the 5-hole. Final 5 seconds of the quarter. Dance will move it up. Pfeiffer looked to take a quick shot. He'll just shoot it, and Coot had to make a save. 15 in the books, to no one's surprise. We're tied at 2. We'll be back with the second quarter action. All even at 2, off the draw. Good job, Heidecker. He'll get it back. So Toronto now back at it as they will go to work with the man advantage for dying seconds. Late, Buck walks in and went high. Rebound and a late check on Pfeiffer. Back out Innes. Wrong stick side, though, scooped up by Buck. 20 more to work with now. Teams back to full strength. Pfeiffer spins off one. Was thinking about ducking in, gets it. Innes on the spin and had a little too much spin on it. Gets to his own rebound inside. 5 on the shot clock. Instead, Boissonneau picks it up. Good pass, and he'll move it up to Woods. Woods, he'll put on the brakes. Stop, drop, set up shop there and wait for some help. Back door, finds it now, gives way to Orpana. Gets a step. Patrick Thompson on him. Hard screen on the roll. Wide open, duck in, and scores. So how about Kiernan? Second of the game, and the first lead for the Steelhawks, 3-2. That was just an instance there where I think Patrick Thompson got caught watching the paint dry, and on the roll, Kiernan was wide open, and an easy feed and a straight path and a clear path right to Watson in the back of the net. So Fareed in there now against Heidecker. He wins that. Dunkerley. And Devin Dunkerley coming off a great game, stays with it, gets possession, puts on the brakes, but Osborne on the stick check, relentless, and Goodchild comes away with it. That's what your captain does right there, never gives up. And Osborne always sets a fine standard. Keenan. They'll swing it around, Hanrahan, good catch again, and that's going to be too many on the floor. 2, 4, 5, and 6. So my counter never very good, but I'd like to be proud of the fact I can count to 6, and that's how many we're on. So the Steelhawks will be short for 2. Second power play opportunity for the Monarchs, 0 for 1. And a chance to collect an equalizer here and tie this game. So the usual suspects out there with Jesso and Innes on that right side. Fife Dog at the top, Buck and Dance on the left. They cough it up. Boissonneau has a step. Has Hamley with him. Cody Hamley. Hamley's stopped, though, by Watson. So Watson did everything, covered as much space as he could, and didn't give Hamley a whole lot to work with. And the Monarchs dodge a bullet there. Buck. Pfeiffer. Bad pass there. Boissonneau very disruptive in that box. Fight again, knocking that one down. Buck, underhand, stopped by Coot. So you can see what the Steelhawks do. They pack in that box tight and make you shoot from way outside. And Lucas Coot, master at handling those shots from way out. Pfeiffer with 1:10 in the man short. Orpana, 10 in the shot clock. Puts on the brakes. Harlan on him. That one right on, and you can see that was headed 5-hole. So you can see the Steelhawks, the book on Watson, try to keep the balls down on a goalie that's big up top. You can say the same for Coot, but Coot spends a lot of time on his knees because he's so agile, so he can make up the difference. 42 seconds in the power play. Dance at the top again, looking 5-hole. Coot to save. He's going to look back door. Hamley Hanrahan on the fly. Can't get it to him. So instead they'll hit the trailer and they'll pull it out wide with Sinfield. Sinfield had a notion, pulls it back out. 20 seconds left to burn here for the Steelhawks. Both teams have had 2 power play opportunities. Ashton ducking in, gets a good shot off. Watson easy save. Quick outlet pass. Dunkerley can't handle it. And the Steelhawks are going to run it down. Tough cross check right on the money. Sturles, good recovery, but that clock's still ticking. He's going to have to just let it go. And they give it up. What a save! Lucas Coote diving out of nowhere. DeBrone had it, flipped it ahead to Woods. Woods, 2 defenders on him. Dunkerley with the great tackle, and that's going to cost him 2. Fast and furious at both ends. Lucas Coote steals one there. So the Steelhawks are going to go to their 3rd power play after they killed their 2nd man short. Dunkerley gets kudos for the tackle, but still gets 2. And back come the Whitby power play to work. They've given up a shorty and they've pocketed one. On the interchange. Good flip back. Pfeiffer tried to slide that one through to D. Osborne picks it up. 10 on the shot clock. Kiernan. Backhand pass from a tough angle. Osborne picked up. Kiernan shot right on. And this time Watson smothers it. And he'll loft one up the middle to Kuminga. Quick pass, Buck. Under 10.5 to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's been a good game here. Both teams, full rosters, ready to go. Patrick Thompson. Thompson gets a screen from Jesso. Thompson lets it go, steered aside Coote. Boissonneau took a hit, still kept on going like he always does. Moves it ahead. Good child, didn't want to take advantage. Hits the trailer, too many on the floor. And that's going to be the call. And Steelhawks always pushing that envelope just a bit. Got caught that time. So that will nullify the final 57 seconds of the power play. And in that time, the Monarchs will go to their 3rd power play, but in the meantime, between time, we'll play a little 4-on-4 with just under 10 minutes to play. Good crowd on hand here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center on a Saturday night. A little rainy, but can't keep lacrosse fans away. Dance. Backhand, wide open. Buck. Undressed, but no. Coote. Big save. Backdoor. Pfeiffer's going to have a chance here on the 2-hop. Fife Dog picks the corner. So if you blink, you missed it. Devin Pfeiffer will get the goal, but give the assist to Lucas Coote. And a big one, and it's 4-2 Whitby. First of the game for the Fife Dog. And a big one, as that just goes to show you a big save at one end leading to something at the other. How many times have we seen that happen? And Whitby has been doing that all season. You talk about the Steelhawks and their 12-2 record finishing atop the standings, but they've been tested throughout the season. Those haven't been 12 easy wins at all. So Pfeiffer now will slow it down. 25 seconds left in the first penalty. Dump off, looking for Osborne. Can't track it down. Dilks can. Toronto now will bring it back the other way. Buck will come out the back door. Dilks will keep it. That one right on. Rebound smothered. Chance now in transition for the Steelhawks. On the move. Kiernan go to the far side. Saved by Watson. Rebound Osborne. He's wrapped up. He'll pull it back out. And Orpana. So the Toronto penalty over. 55 seconds left in the man short situation now for the Steelhawks. Orpana draws the double team. 5 on the shot clock. He'll bounce off a couple, triple team now. Did his job, shot clock violation. And possession will go back to Toronto, trailing by 2 with just over 8.5 to go here in the second. Pfeiffer, go to Buck. Buck, Pfeiffer. Tacking that, looking down low and couldn't connect with Gesso. And it's back to the top. Gesso will get it back. That bouncer stopped by Dance. Picked up. Here come the Steelhawks on the move. Woods with Hamley and Boissonneau. He'll think better of it. Pull it back out. 10 seconds to burn now to even things up. Steelhawks with 2 unanswered have taken a 4-2 lead. Pfeiffer, Osborne, 6 on the shot clock. Penalty over. Sinfield tried to get a step. Kaminga, great recovery. He'll loft it up. On the move, McKenna. McKenna has Buck. Back door. Riley Ford on the move. Ford. Tied to Tuckett. Coote to save. Rebound. Coote, another good save. Picked up by Keenan. He'll move it up. And one pass back in the offensive end. Highland will slow it down. Keenan with under 7.5 to go. Inside. Wide open. Wrong stick side, but off the post. So that'll be a fresh 20. Tracked down by Keenan. And a reset for the Steelhawks. Behind the net. Kick out. Ashton on the spin. Twister. Ashton. That one almost trickled through. Picks up the rebound. Changes direction. And still loose in the corner. It's picked up by Walker. Walker's going to move it up over the timeline. And provide some relief now. Thompson. Thompson going to have to use his size and speed advantage out there and be a factor. Dance. Gets chased out, gets a screen on the roll. Dance takes a hard hit from his knee. The Dancer! Bringing down the house. It's 4-3. I tell you, Jordan Dance really doesn't like it if there's no contact. And, boy, he bounced off a couple there from his knees, able to beat Lucas Coote. Down low, and a big goal there for Toronto with just over 6.5 to play. 4-3 now. In case you missed it, the Brampton Express 16-10 winners over the Six Nations Snipers. So they advance to tomorrow night's final right here at the track, 7 p.m. start. Off the draw, McKenna going for a run. Sturros on him, and they'll reset it back the other way with Peyton Wallace. Wallace. He'll pull it out. He'll stay out there on offense. McKenna will play the top here, work it to Fife. Fife gets a step. Pulls it right back out to one knee. Stays up, kicks it out. Buck. Buck shot. Right on. Stopped by Coote. Coote now will look for an outlet. Sturros provides it. And he'll look to move it up over the timeline. Both teams with solid goaltending end to end. Defense has been tight. They're working on the half boards. Kiernan on the run, looking for something. Gives way to Fife, 10 on the shot clock. Devin Pfeiffer, shovel, looking for Hanrahan, and it went right into the stick of Watson, who will move it up now to Wallace. Wallace been out there for a while. I'm sure he'll look to flip and retreat. Said he holds it down and has it taken away. Woods with a good check. Woods now on the move. Woods with a chance here. Woods, Sinfield falling. Woods shot, steered aside. Walker couldn't handle the rebound. And luckily at the same time, Ashton was going off, stayed back on. And possession belongs to Whitby. Orpana. Sinfield, they work the screen and roll. Duck it in. Kiernan, and he stopped point blank. Ball loose and too much there, and that's going to be a penalty for sure. And the question is, will that be a 2, a 4, or a 5? So whether it's intentional or not, that's really not the issue. The fact is you took Pfeiffer out, and that was big. We get set to go now. Of course, back to the power play. Owen Orpana, 2 minutes for boarding. So for the fourth time in this game, Monarchs power play. Dance had his shot deflected. And now on the run. Here come the Steelhawks. Hamley trailing. Woods shot, scores! Short-handed. Getting it from all over as Nate Woods chipping in with a shorty of his own. Whole lot of jibber jabbing. I got 5-3 as a score on my book here. 5-3 on the scoreboard. With just over 4.5 to go. Big transition goal, and that's what the Steelhawks do to you. Off the draw, great job. Heidecker, he has done a fantastic job in that circle. And Monarchs back to work with 1.5 minutes and a man advantage. Dance works it, Buck. Ford, no look, Fife. Fife tried to go top corner, and that's going to be tough to get. No one's going to get a hold of that. And that will be an over and back call. And possession to Whitby with 1:15 left in your Pana penalty. So if you're wondering why the guys leave it here in the Arenalacrosseleague, you play it where it lies. So if you touch that when the whistle goes, it's a delay of game automatic. Sinfield, Keenan. His shot right on. And looking ahead, that one's going to bounce right goaltender to goaltender. And Keenan now will move it up over the timeline. Under 1 minute left and a man short. Keenan will be in no hurry, working it on the left side. Him and Sinfield. Pfeiffer out there with Osborne. 10 on the shot clock. Liam Osborne, head of steam. Osborne, quick shot right on. Rebound. Pfeiffer in there to scoop that up. Devin Pfeiffer, great job on the loose balls. Draws a double team. Kaminga working him over. Takes him down. And it's scooped up, but it's Keenan. So a good job by the Steelhawks. 8 on the shot clock. Keenan one-on-one with Walker. Thompson there to help. Kick out. Kiernan, his shot knocked down, and possession will go the other way. Just 8 seconds left now in the Toronto power play. Thompson will move it up. They'll set it up with Buck, work it to Dance. The Dancer, nothing doing. Teens back to 5 aside. Buck, one-on-one against Hamley. Buck ducks in, rolls, takes another hard hit. Good defense. Steelhawks knock it ahead. They've got numbers if Wood gets on it. Backdoor, Hanrahan trailing, coming out, dump it. Hanrahan on the crease, dives and scores! Handy Hanrahan in the place to be. Big goal again. And I tell you, this Whitby team, when they're rolling on all cylinders, they get contributions for everyone. First of the game for Hanrahan comes with 2.5 left here in the first half. 6-3, the Steelhawks in the lead here. And it's certainly not lack of chances. One of the top power plays in the league in Toronto. They've gone 0 for 4 here in this first half with a man advantage. You tack on those 4 goals, if they score even 2 of those, they're in this one. Not that they're out of it, trailing by 3. Buck looking for the shovel, ducks in. Buck tried to go far, short side, and Coote had the pad right there. Here come the Steelhawks. Highland, Osborne with him. Peroni took a shot well wide of the mark, and that goes out of play, and possession now back to Toronto. They're on the move, countering. Innes, bouncer, and that never got through. So another good job by the Whitby D to put a stick in the shooting lane and stop that one from finding its way even near Lucas Coote. Sinfield going to work it from the left side. Orpana looking for an opening. 10 on the shot clock. D'd up by Thompson. Swing across Ashton. Big shot right on. Easy save for Watson. And now Watson will look for an outlet. Finds it in Dilks. Cody Menzies gets it off. Dance. Pfeiffer now, one-on-one on the right side. Fife Dog gets a screen. Nothing doing inside, looking for Ford. 8 on the shot clock now. Ford, kick it out. Dance. His shot right on. Coot. Stuck. And a quick outlet to Boycino. We're into the final minute here, first half. 6-3 game. Steelhawks in the lead, trying to book their ticket to tomorrow and a chance to become the first back-to-back champions in the Arenalacrosseleague history. Orpana, nothing doing there. Dumps it down. Gets it back. Keenan. His shot right on by Watson. 36 seconds to go. Dunkerley. Good job to move it up. See if Toronto calls timeout. They don't, because they won't have a differential, and they do call that timeout late. 27.8 seconds. 6-second differential. We'll take a quick break, be back. Set to go here. So we'll see what Coach Nick Krepensek and company have diagrammed here. Toronto trying to swipe back some momentum here late in this second quarter. And to work they go. Dance. Innes. Well out, swinging around. Gesso. Good ball movement. Buck. Looking for an opening with 8 on the shot clock. 12 on the game clock. Dance. Has it taken away. Boycino. Transition opportunity. Too many on the floor. And Boycino puts on the brakes. Trailer. Sturos. And another one. Could have been another high stick call. And that is going to do it for the first half. But a delayed penalty is going to give Whitby a power play to open up the third. 6-3. Steelhawks lead this one. We played 2. Back with the third. All locked and loaded for third quarter here in a very good, tightly contested 6-3 game in favor of the Whitby Steelhawks. Of course, the winner of this one will face the Brampton Express in tomorrow's all-championship final. Scooped up. Dilks. Chance right away. Underhand. And Lucas Coote with the armpit save. A big one to open up this third quarter. Osborne will bring it back. So a power play now for the Steelhawks to open this one up, as this will be their fourth of the game. They're 1 for 3, and they've given up a shorthanded marker. To the top, Pfeiffer. Swing around, Ashton. Looking for an angle, way wide of the mark. Pfeiffer's going to have to go. Takes a funny hop. Thompson picks it up. Shot clock violation. We'll give it back to Toronto. Kaminga will lug it over the timeline, and they'll spread the floor here with 1:10 left and a man short. Cutting through, Dancer! What a save by Coote. Almost another shorthanded goal by Toronto. They collect that offensive rebound, go back to work now. Buck gets a screen, nothing doing. Into Dance, and that one ends up in Coote's stick, and a quick outlet pass will send away Weller. John Weller will flip and retreat. 30 seconds left now in the man advantage for the Steelhawks. By no means is this 3-goal lead secure at all. Pfeiffer, Ashton takes a step in again, going for that far corner. Wide of the mark, and this time Watson picks that off. Quick outlet to McKenna. McKenna has Pfeiffer with him. Pfeiffer sets a screen on his brother, gives him a little extra elbow. His brother returns the favor, and they'll slow it down. 4 seconds left in the Toronto penalty. Trying to turn the corner. Forward on the run, right on. Ball sits there, it's loose, kicked around, and Woods will scoop it and go. Goodchild will slow it up. Team's now back to 5 aside. Kick back out to Hanrahan. Has some room. Gets a screen on the roll. Sinfield wide open, not able to hang on to it. Gets it back though. Gets knocked down. Still has it. 10 on the shot clock. Sinfield, kick out. And gave it right back as Lemmy able to knock it down, and he'll regroup, and the Monarchs now will send their offense out here, trailing by 3. So one of the league's top offenses held to just 3 goals in 30 minutes. First time that's happened this year. Pfeiffer looking to duck in. Good defense, getting chased. Pfeiffer took a shot but missed the net. Peroni's going to pick up the carom and move it up to Boissonneau. So both teams tightening up their defense early in this third quarter. Osborne works it across, gets it back, wasn't expecting it, and gets some help from Pfeiffer. 10 on the shot clock. Fife, kick out wide, Orpana. He'll let it go. Great 5-hole, but the basket there for Watson, and a quick outlet sends away Dilks. Dilks, he'll be in no hurry. And he'll flip, and now it's Ford. Riley Ford with 2 goals. 2 of the 3 for the Monarchs in this one. Ford, kick out, 10 on the shot clock. Menzies looking back to Jennings. Good job by Weller. He's going to move it up, has a chance now. Has a man with him in Sinfield. Weller's shot wide of the mark. That's going to go up. Toronto's going to counter the other way with Kuminga. Has Dunkerley with him. McKenna with him. Kuminga roughed up by Morgan, spins out of it, dumps it off. Down low, wide open. Jesso couldn't handle it, and Morgan will come away with it. And a bad pass by Morgan, and a good scoop up by Dunkerley. So Toronto capitalizing on the forechecking. McKenna doing a great job. And now it's Buck. We're under 10.5 to go here, third quarter. Semi-final number 2, the Brampton Express, the number 2 seed. They are in. One of these 2 teams will join them tomorrow night. That one off the post as Buck found iron but couldn't find mesh. Fife. Dance, spin move, twister, bouncer, right on. And got a late penalty call, I think, here. Could be a legal cross-check, would be my guess. Roger Nurse all over that, and between him and Simon D'Souza, it looks like it's going to go against the Steelhawks. I think it was a late check on Jordan Dance. So yes, a legal cross-check is the call. And it's going to go to Robert Morgan. So the Monarchs now 0 for 4 with the man advantage. Power play number 5, and now would be a good time to get something going. Pfeiffer on the interchange. Gets a screen from Jesso. Dance, swings it. Buck right on by good save, Coot. Buck scoops it up, but Coot right there, and he'll pick it up. And a good quick pass, knocked down, and then Boissonneau. So he'll teeter right up high near the timeline and get some help as Keenan now. 10 on the shot clock. Keenan runs into double team. Keenan with a flip up. Orpana going to try to run under it. He'll scoop it up and then get a shot off right off the pads, and Keenan gets the rebound. So a good job by the Steelhawks. Great work to get a fresh 20 to burn now. Shot clock down to 10. Under a minute left in the man short. Orpana. He's going to let that one go. Underhand. Right on. Scooped up by Patrick Thompson now. And some little late greetings, let's say, behind the play. And the Fife Dog will slow it up with 35 seconds left now in the Toronto power play. So Innes and Jesso out on that right side. Left side, Buck and Dance. Quick pass. Jesso curl out, and a bad pass will send it back the other way and an over and back. So Whitby 19 seconds away from killing this one off. Under 8.5 to play here in the third quarter. Just a reminder, tomorrow's championship final right here at the track, 7 p.m. start. Swinging around, spread the floor. Look to work the final 10 seconds. Pfeiffer gets a step, curls back out. And that's too much on Sinfield. And here come Toronto now. McKenna has Kuminga with him. Kuminga's shot, stopped by Coot. And pushed in, and that's going to be a late check. We'll give possession to Toronto. So penalty over now, teams back to 5-a-side. Jennings will work it on the left side. Ford and so they're just resetting. Shot clock's at 25. Pfeiffer gets it back. Shovel pass. Looking for Gesso. Kick. Dance. 10 on the shot clock. Dance. Quick shot. Tried to go short side. Pfeiffer gets a Dance on the curl. Bounces off one. Dance. Fake. Gets a check. And what a save, Coot. Fresh 20, though, for Toronto. But a big save again by Lucas Coot. Pfeiffer. Under 7.5. Gets a step. Fight. Shot. That one wide of the mark. Rebound. Picked up and bounced in. So how about Jennings on the doorstep right there? A big goal. It's 6-4. So I don't know if you give that to Jennings or if Jordan Dance was the recipient. We'll wait for the official announcement. Either way, a big goal for Toronto. Five on five. Toronto felt like they could play with Whitby off the drop. Poisson. So it is Cohen Jennings that picks up the goal. And now to work, go Whitby. Eight on the shot clock. Trailing out late. Kiernan, his shot right on. And now Toronto will look to build on some momentum. Good job on the forecheck. Orpana, solo, it's an 8-second count. So great job there, and with 6:36 to go after our officials' timeout. Sometimes tough to work with the peanut gallery close by. And someone with a worse counter than me, as Pfeiffer now goes to work. Looking for an open, goes behind the net. Swinging around, looking for something. Osborne gets a step, curls out, throws it away. Going to be a chase, and Lemmy's going to look to run it down, and he does. So Toronto now with possession and a bit of momentum here, having closed the gap now to 2. Whitby will leave a man in the offensive end. And 4-on-4 down here. Buck, Innes, looking to duck in. Innes wrapped up, and that's going to be a penalty. And no matter how you shake that down, that's a tackle. Buck, quick stick, Parker. Pfeiffer can't do it. And that's going to be a holding call. So Toronto will go back to work. 6th power play of the game. They are still 0-for. I got to say, though, that Adam Peroni with an impressive tackle. So Toronto now will look to go back-to-back for just a second time in this game and close the gap here. Trailing by a couple. Pfeiffer at the top. Dance, ducks in. Tried to go far side, well wide. Tracked down, though, by Gesso, and Pfeiffer now. Dance again. Runs into a wall. Bounces off it as always. To work. Wide open. Rolls in. Gesso, what a save by Coot. Oh, my. The Cootster getting it done between the pipes here on a golden opportunity by the Monarchs. Sturos. He's going to get worked over by Harlan. And it's kicked back out, and Keenan will swing it around to the left side. 7 on the shot clock. That shot right on. In the basket. Rebound, though, picked up by the Steelhawks. So a little careless was Watson on that play. And now Sinfield has been all over this carpet here in this game. Gets a step. Sinfield tried to go far side, wide of the mark. Ball loose. Toronto going to be content with letting the shot clock wind out. Now Thompson's going to move it up. 40 seconds left in the power play. Under 4.5 to go, third quarter. A trip to tomorrow's final on the line here. Fife swings it around, and going to be a penalty coming to Whitby, and a good heads-up play as that'll be a legal cross-check. So Steelhawks a little careless, to say the least. And for 26 seconds, it'll be a 5-on-3. So if there's a window of opportunity, it's now for Toronto. So Innes at the top for this one. Buck and Dance on the left. So Innes is going to play safety. 4-on-3. Lots of room. Fife Dog off the crossbar. Innes will secure it. Fresh 20. So Toronto been oh so close, but oh so far. Buck tried to go other side. He wrung that off the crossbar. And Gesso, two hands on. Possession now to Whitby. So first penalty over for the Steelhawks. 5-on-4 now for a minute and a half. Boissonneau will find Osborne. Keep an eye. Osborne will take it every time. Boy, he's tough to handle. Draws a double team. Fakes the shovel. Tries to roll. Spin around. Tries to split. Pops loose. 6 on the shot clock. McKenna in there, and Dunkerley's just going to keep it off and take a hit as Osborne will. And Osborne gets taken down there, but it was Osborne that delivered the extra hit. So I'd say that that's a fair trade-off. The officials agree, and let's play on. Minute here in this power play. Toronto trying to close the gap, trailing by 2. What a game. Dance on the interchange. Wide open Innes with a big shot, stopped by Coote. That'll reset it to 20 with 45 seconds left in a man advantage. Fife inside Buck, quick shot, steered aside by Coote. And Ford takes a hit, bounces off one. Scrum on the boards. Morgan, a whole lot of body in there, and it's Toronto that comes away with it. See if they can do something with it. 20 seconds. Buck diving. What a goal by the Buck. Stops right here. 6-5 game. So finally, first power play goal of the game for the Monarchs. And it comes from Tanner Buck. And when you can't beat a guy up or down, you got to go to that crease dive. And that's what Buck did there. A big one to close the gap now to 1. Just under 2.5 to play, third quarter. Off the draw, Heidecker shoots it down, and going to be a race for it. Going to be picked up and flipped out. So Heidecker again had it. He's bumped off that, and they're going to call that 2 hands on and possession to Toronto. So a good job by Ben Heidecker again. He has been really strong in the second half of the season, particularly in the draw circle. Jennings will work it around. Fife Dog. Toronto feeling the momentum. That shot right on Coote does the splits. And Weller now with a quick inbounds to Goodchild. Into the 2-minute warning. Pfeiffer. Devin. Whitby has gone a little cold here. Bit of a drought. Swing around. Left side. Turning the corners. Kiernan. Ashton. He'll go up top. Too much bounce. Wide of the mark. Rebound. Steelhawks. Good job to move out of there. Got a shot right on, and good effort by Sinfield. But Toronto now with possession. So the Monarchs finishing strong here in this third quarter. Go to work on offense. Menzies gets wrapped up. Fife Dog ducks in on Morgan. Pfeiffer goes airborne. Give me a bark. 2 ties. We're tied at 6. Parker Pfeiffer with his first of the game comes with 1:05 left here in the third quarter. So you got to figure that the Toronto strategy can't beat Coot up, can't beat him down. Got to get some air under there, and that's what they've done the last 2 goals to tie this one up. Off the draw, Boysono Heidecker, great scoop, comes away with it. So Toronto certainly feeling it right now. Harlan, he'll kick it back out. Heidecker, we're into the final minute, 50 seconds to go. What a game. Jennings will give way now. Ford will swing it around. Innes works it to Fife. Ford, quick shot, bounce wide. Going to be a tough carom. Here come the Steelhawks. On the run, Peroni dumps it over. Woods, and it had his stick check late. And now Toronto with a chance here with 25 seconds to go. See if they call a timeout or if they have one. Dance leans in on Boysono. Backhand try right on. That one, Boysono, double team. They got to skip it up with 8 seconds. Got to hurry. 5. Sturos. His shot wide of the mark, and 3 quarters are in the books. We're tied at 6. You better lace them up. We got the final 15 when we come back. 3, we're all tied at 6. 15 minutes to go here. Best you fasten your seatbelt. Here come the Steelhawks off the draw. Boysono gets chased, gets a screen, and they'll create some space now and set it up a good child. 2-2 after 1, 6-3. Whitby at the half, and now tied at 6. Behind the net, Whitby went a whole quarter with no goals. In tight, good child, and went off of Watson. I don't even think Watson saw that. I think it hit him. And Jennings now bounces off a check, and he'll look to move it up. Heidecker. Thompson will slow it down. They'll wait for the rest of the offense to filter out now for the Monarchs. Dance gets a clear path, gets taken down. Big save, Coot. Rebound, Patrick Thompson. Welcome back, sir. 7-6 Monarchs. Patrick Thompson missed the final 2 games of the season, including last week's quarterfinal. He is Patty on the spot for that one. That one came right to him. He was standing right in front of the net and able to bounce it easily home. So second lead of the game for Toronto. They led 2-1 in the first quarter and haven't seen the lead since. In the circle now, Steelhawks to work Peroni. So Whitby needs a little jolt here, needs a spark. Kiernan kicks it out. Sinfield. Shovel over. Osborne. Hanrahan. That one knocked down. Fished out Heidecker. Got a man now. Dunkerley. He's going to go in alone if he can get it cleanly. Dunkerley. Off the post and out. Trailer. Lemmy. Gets worked over by Hanrahan, chasing him around. And Buck now with 10 on the shot clock. Not able to get a full change, Toronto. On the run, Ford. Coot looked behind him but has it between the pads. And now here come the Steelhawks. Whitby outscored 4-0 in this last quarter and a bit. Orpana got to get something going. Orpana has room. That one knocked down, and some great saves by the Toronto defense. Quick outlet pass finds McKenna. Pfeiffer now will set it up from the right. Pfeiffer, shovel, Gesso, in tight top corner. Ty Gesso. Largest lead of the game for Toronto. It's 8-6. So things rolling a little differently for the defending champs here in this fourth quarter. Again, they have not scored since the second quarter. Off the draw, Heidecker shoots it back. Kuminga. He'll lift it up into some trouble. Jennings gets bumped off, and Boissonneau will recover. So we'll see here if the Steelhawks can give themselves a spark. That's certainly what they need. That's all it takes with this offense. And they'll work it now. It's Kiernan. Trailer. Pfeiffer shot right on, and penalty coming. It's coming to Toronto as Osborne, I think, was hacked pretty good on that play. So it's going to be a hold, and it's going to go to Aaron Walker. Fifth power play opportunity of the game for the Steelhawks, who are 1 for 4, and they've given up a shorthanded goal. So could use one here. We're at the 12-minute mark, fourth quarter. Stepping in, Ashton bounce. Pad save by Watson, touched the rafters, and will be back at the top for a fresh 20. So Pfeiffer at the top, Kierman working that left side, Ashton the right. No look, in tight, goal! So Steelhawks capitalize. It's Brady Kiernan again, this with his third of the game, and it's 8-7. Second power play goal for the Steelhawks. And with 11:42 to go, that in this sport is a lifetime. Just in case you missed it, the Brampton Express awaiting the winner of this one after a 16-10 win over the Six Nations Snipers. Off the draw, Steelhawks control. Teams back to full strength. Pfeiffer. See if the Steelhawks now can put together a little run here. Orpana has some room. Ducks in. Orpana dives. Too much bounce. That one's out of play. And we'll go back the other way to the Monarchs, and Orpana going off on some distress, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as he limps off and immediately goes off to the side. So he'll get some attention. In the meantime, between time, here's Parker Pfeiffer. Curling out, chased out of there by Highland. Skip past Buck. 10 on the shot clock. Buck shot right on. Stopped by the Kootster as he had that in his neck guard. And now here come the Steelhawks, under 11 minutes to go. Crowley. Skip across. Ashton sends it right back to Keenan. Keenan, quick shot. That one's blocked. Inside, Kiernan. Fight for it, and a good job, Ashton, to come away with it. That one, ill-advised. Picked up, though. Great rebound. Kiernan tried to go back. Great save by Watson. Patrick Thompson on the move in transition. Thompson thinks better of it. He'll wait. Numbers now, and good transition defense by the Steelhawks. Dance. Got ahead of steam, goes to the underhand. A tricky off-speed, and good save by Coot. And a tough one there as Hamley will get some help, and Dunkerley disrupts it, and he'll go the other way. He has a man with him. Devin Dunkerley shot. What a save by Coot. Couldn't have done the splits any better. Lucas Coot showing you why. Top netminder in the Arenalacrosseleague this season. Hanrahan. Under 10 minutes to go. On the curl. Sinfield shot right on Watson. Puts the knee right down on that one. Puts the kibosh on that attempt. Kuminga now. Pfeiffer surveys the situation. Cutting now. Buck tried to take that in tight. Instead, Coote will get it and send it to Woods. Back door. Chance here. Great spin move, and that's looked like as close to a trip as you could get. As Thompson now counters the other way. Thompson stopped by Coote. I think the Monarchs may have dodged a bullet there, gotten away with one. Boissonneau. Back door. Has a man. On the run. Sinfield. Over. Hanrahan. Tucks it in. Oh, handy man. Getting it done again on the fly. We're tied at 8. Second of the game for Cole Hanrahan, and as always, got to send a shout out to Jim and Marty. We know that they'll be watching tight at home, and give your grandson a big round of applause for that one. We are tied again with 9:04 to go. Tell you, the kid's handy. Boissonneau off the draw. Scooped up, Dunkerley. Dunkerley on the run. Dunkerley tucks it. Has it knocked away. Great check by Sturles. Rebound picked up. You can feel the Steelhawks got a little something back now after those back-to-back goals, and they'll work it now to Pfeiffer. Keenan sheds a defender, tried to go with a twister. They'll try to fish it out, can't. And now Toronto will move it up. Wallace runs into Weller. Weller gives him a helping hand and gets taken away, but too much will give possession to Toronto again. Gesso. What a ride this has been in this game. Buck looking to shake one, goes to the overhand, right off the logo. Coote now with a chance for an outlet, and he finds Woods. Woods dumps it off, good child. No numbers, as good transition defense by Toronto. Good child, nowhere to go with it. Look for the shovel, finds it behind the net. Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking for the curl. Bodies flying in that dot half circle. Good toe save made there by Watson, and nothing doing. Lucky Woods didn't touch that. It would have been over and back. And we are now at the 7.5 minute mark. Pfeiffer. Fife. Spins around. Ducks back in. Pfeiffer. Runs it to Ethier. Shovel, and great job defensively by Toronto to close that off. Thompson. Shovel. Innes was looking to give it back. Thompson was ready to set a screen, so Innes had to fend for himself, and now it's a Fife dunk. This could come down to the team with the final possession. 7 minutes to go in someone's season. Quick shot, Coote the save. Quick outlet, he's got Hyland on the go. Hyland, high stepping. Hyland, far side, save by Watson. Walker's going to pick it up now, and it's the Fife dog. End to end we go. Pfeiffer gets a screen, working with Ford. Kick across, dance. Dancer runs into a triple team, and here comes Boissonneau with numbers. Whitby, they head to the back door. Hanrahan jumps out. Hanrahan, diving, twister back, but robbed by Watson. Tried to change it up, did the handyman, but Watson read that, back the other way. McKenna, backhand try wide of the mark. Try to run that down, and it's taken away by Weller. Good stick check. And as we hit the 6 minute mark, boy, oh boy, Osborne. He'll pull it out. He'll wait for the rest of the troops to filter out. Sends it across. Kiernan finds Keenan. Hanrahan skip. Osborne one-on-one, and bodies flying everywhere as Pfeiffer went. And finally, with 5:45 to go, that will take us to our final officials timeout. So set to go after our officials timeout. You know how much time's on the clock, 5:45. You know we're tied at 8. here. Winner of this will advance to tomorrow night's championship final. Loser will have to say sayonara till next year. Buck inside, quick pass Pfeiffer, but Peroni was all over him. Ball loose in the corner, scooped up, the ball hawk, Pfeiffer. Woods chases it down. Whitby now with possession, move it up Sturles. Sturles has a man, Pfeiffer, he was covered, and they'll wait for the back door, and they'll be a little more deliberate now on offense. So who's going to make that mistake? Who's going to do something that not inspected? In tight, that one off the post. Picked up, and a good job. Toronto comes away with it. And Ether, backdoor, Dancer. The Dancer wide of the mark. Rebound Ford couldn't do it. Pfeiffer picks it up. He'll move it up. Fife dogs are barking in this one here. He'll pull it out and shoot it down to Osborne. Osborne. Keenan, swing around Orpana. Duck in, Orpana lets it go. That one goes in! 5-hole Orpana! Owen Orpana picked a fine time to step up here. His first goal comes with 4:30 left in the fourth. And the Steelhawks regain the lead 9-8. Whew. I tell you, good crowd on hand here at the track. They have been treated to something special here in this game. Off the drop, Boissonneau scoops it up. Heidecker takes him down. And ball loose again. Whitby controls. And Woods now will send it back, and they'll slow it up now. Good child. Keenan. Remember, it was this Toronto team, 14-13. Ashton used his size, and that didn't touch anything, so that will go up the other way. Possession to Toronto as we hit the 4-minute mark. Thompson. Pfeiffer, isolated, right side. Trying to get a step. Takes a couple good cross checks, let it go down low. Looking for Buck, couldn't connect. Picked up, Steelhawks now on the move. Woods. The Whitby defense has been good. The Toronto defense has been good. These two teams holding it down single digits. Osborne. Devin Pfeiffer. He'll bring it back to the top. Spread the floor, work it across Orpana. Gets a screen, Orpana, roll, there, in tight, fake, and nothing doing on another good save by Watson. Fresh 20 for Whitby. These offensive rebounds key here with the 30-20 clock in the all. Osborne has room. Osborne shot wide. Scooped up and taken down, but inadvertently, so no back in, and now Wallace. He'll work it to Pfeiffer. Parker gets a screen or two. Skip on his right. Dancer! What a save, Coates! Highway robbery. One hopper. Peroni ducks in. Peroni thinks better of it. Good decision by Peroni, who can also fill the net. And now it's Keenan. Under 2.5. Keenan closed off. Kick out Orpana. Swing around. Sinfield. Pfeiffer in tight. Looking for Keenan. Couldn't connect. They got a man now on the run. It's Dilks. Dilks off the crossbar. Oh, my. Lucas Coote, equipment flying everywhere, but it never went in the net. We're at the 2-minute warning. Osborne. Skip. Kiernan. Ducks through, swimming his way, gets taken down. Patrick Thompson now on the run. Thompson. Got to think about it, but didn't have the numbers. Waits back door, has Ford trailing. Righty Ford. Lost it. Pfeiffer picks it up. Thompson on the reset. Works it to Buck. 1.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Buck lets it go right on. Scooped up by Coot. Quick outlet pass to Woods. Woods will be in no hurry, but that 1-goal lead far from safe. Keenan changes direction. Worked over by Dilks. Keenan. He'll stop, kick it out, 10 on the shot clock. Orpana, swing around to nobody. That one goes loose. Walker gets it, flips it. And we're in the final minute here. Toronto on the move, trailing by a goal. McKenna, Pfeiffer. Fife dog. Surrounded, Peroni. Good stiff check there. Swing around. Pfeiffer inside, Dance, couldn't handle it. McKenna. And Dance took a hard, in close, Dunkerley! We are tied at 9 with 38.1 seconds on the clock. Wow. Lucas Coot threw his stick, glove, and the kitchen sink in that direction. Couldn't come away with it. Big goal there by Dunkerley. He came through twice in the quarterfinals. First of the game here, 38 seconds left, and if ever there was a big face-off, it's right here, right now, Boissonneau and Heidecker. Couldn't have scripted this one any better, I tell you that. Big drop, Boissonneau, the win. Steelhawks are going to call a timeout, I'd imagine. Good child, or they're going to play through. So they'll get their offense out there looking for the winner. There's a 4-second differential. Shot in game. Outlaid Ashton over the top behind it. Diving Osborne. No goal, crease. So Toronto has possession with 15.5 on the clock. They call timeout. Woo, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the conclusion of this baby. All right, as we set the stage here, final possession belongs to the Toronto Monarchs. 15.5 seconds. Net empty for the extra attacker. No pressure coming up the floor. We're tied at 9, and here we go. Gesso. It's down to 10. 8. Gesso going to have to get going. 5. Dance. Curl. Dancer. Shot right on. Saved by Coot, and fittingly enough, we will take it to sudden death overtime. Tied at 9 at the end of regulation. Stick around. This baby is going to be a beauty on the tail end. We'll be back. So here we go. Sudden death overtime. Winner goes to tomorrow's championship final. And we'll play the Brampton Express off the draw. It's Heidecker. Gets possession for Toronto. He'll flip now, and first opportunity is going to go to the Monarchs. Buck. Rest of the offense out. Dance jumps out there in tight. Close. Jennings robbed by Coot. Rebound, Steelhawks. Dance though laid the body. Pop loose, and the Monarchs now have another 30 to work with. Dance one-on-one. You're going to have to get some help there. Swing around, Fife dog. Parker Pfeiffer in, looking for Innes. Instead, broken up by the Steelhawks. They're on the move now. It's Woods. Woods will just get it and settle it down here and let the offense take over. So Whitby holds on Toronto's first possession, their first offensive touch now in OT. Pfeiffer. Skip across. Kiernan, that shot, and Watson makes a good save. Goes up and out of play, so be a fresh 20 for the Steelhawks. No need to tell you how much time's left because it's sudden death. Next goal wins. Keenan steps in. Keenan's bouncer, and I don't know if Watson saw it. And that ball loose. Dunkerley shoots it away. Chance now. If McKenna hockeys it to Dunkerley, Dunkerley doesn't see a man behind him in Pfeiffer. He coughs it up. So no eyes in the back of the head, and possession belongs to the Steelhawks now. Pfeiffer He'll shovel, working to Osborne. Captain of this squad. Ozzy Osborne thinking about it. Instead, he lofts it over. Wallace is going to pick it up on the carom, and he'll look to move it up. Going to have to high step it, and he gets it over the line to Buck. So end to end we go here. Tanner Buck. Buck, his shot almost feathered. Buck taken down, got his own rebound, sent it back out. Jesso. Great work by Tanner Buck. Dance. Skips it across. Pfeiffer. 8 on the shot clock. Kick. Dance, quick shot. Steered aside. Coop. Toronto all over the loose balls. Jennings comes away with it. 15 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer. Bounced out by Woods. Gets a screen. Nothing doing inside. Good tight D. Steelhawks. 5 on the shot clock. On the curl. That one almost found the top corner. Shot clock violation, Steelhawks. Well, if the stress hasn't been mounting now, it's certainly at its peak. As this one, a big one now. Ashton. Orpana swings it around. Keenan on the run. Had a notion. Pfeiffer had some room too, elected not to. Chase back out. Gets a good screen. Zipped across. Orpana with the hands. Down low off the pad. Rebound. Again, shot 2 in a row. Watson up to the task. He'll pick up that loose ball. Toronto now has it. What a game here. Ford has 2 in this one. Ford on the roll. Got the screen, but there was no roll. That's a tough one not to call, as Pfeiffer with a solid check, but a little lacrosse karma gives it right back to the Steelhawks. Boysono moves it up. Crowley has a man trailing. It's Osborne. Osborne takes a pass. Osborne shot stopped by Watson. Rebound, Kaminga. Quick pass, McKenna. No numbers. He gets chased down and rolls it back to Ford. Under 11 minutes to go in this sudden death. Dance. Gets some room. Spins. Osborne on him. 2 captains matched up. Inside, Jesso overran it just a bit. And that one's knocked around, and possession belongs to Whitby. And here they come now, moving it up. Orpana will work it. They'll work it down deep on that left crease. On the curl around. Kiernan dumps off. Keenan. Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's shot. Tried to find that corner. Going to be a tough grab and nothing doing. Over and back to call. Possession to the Monarchs. Next goal wins here. Pfeiffer. Parker will swing it around, and it's Buck. Isolated one-on-one. Someone's going to get tired. Someone's going to make a mistake. Buck almost tucked that one in the far side. And now Weller. So you got to figure these two teams already played a full game. We're into extra time now. Osborne. Orpana. Pfeiffer out there late, swinging across. Keenan. 7 on the shot clock. Keenan inside. Osborne. That one stopped point blank. And taken back into the crease, and a good hit will give possession back to Whitby. Pfeiffer. Had a notion. Orpana. Duck it in. Orpana's got room. Orpana off the save by Watson. The right glove. Ball laying around there. Scooped up, and here comes Dilks. He's been all over the carpet. Toronto with possession here. Dance filters out, takes a hit. Telling him to play on. Pfeiffer chased down. Pfeiffer. He's going to take that. Stopped by Coot. And Coot now with an outlet pass to Boysono. Ashton will bring it down on the right side. Both teams look a bit winded. Ashton, bouncer right on, and Watson played that perfectly. McKenna now. Numbers for Toronto. Dunkerley with him. Parker, Pfeiffer, trailing. Fife Dog, ducks in, has it taken away, gets it back. Pfeiffer rolls, stick check again, and Peroni comes away. Just one move too many for the Fife Dog. Whitby now will slow it up with Kiernan. Hanrahan. Fresh legs, he'll bring that around. 10 on the shot clock. Inside, behind it, Orpana. Orpana had Hanrahan, but couldn't get rid of it. Good defense. Monarchs forced a turnover. Peyton Wallace now, one-on-one with Boycino. He'll pull it right back out as we're closing in on 7.5 minutes left in sudden death overtime. Semifinal number 2. What a game. Jennings. Ford swinging around. It's Buck. Inside. Give a go. Jennings in. That's a crease call on what would have been an outstanding goal by Jennings. And instead now the Steelhawks counter the other way. Pfeiffer. Harlan chopping down trees. Kick out, give it away. Dilks has a breakaway. Dilks could end it here. And he does! The Toronto Monarchs pull off the upset and knock out the defending champs 10-9 in overtime. Wow. So tomorrow night's All-Cup Championship Final will feature the Toronto Monarchs and the Brampton Express. There will be a new champion crowned in 2025. What a game. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the finale. The championship, 7 p.m. On behalf of the Arenalacrosseleague, JVI Productions, I'm Lance Wynn. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night.